Top 10 Most Dangerous Terrorist in the World. 1. Ayman al-Zawahiri. Despite the whittling away by drone attacks of al-Qaeda Central in the mountainous border region between Afghanistan and Pakistan, the group's leader remains vocal and active in trying to harness the disparate affiliates that claim the al-Qaeda name. Since former leader Osama bin Laden's death in 2011, al-Zawahiri has sought to take advantage of the unrest sweeping the Arab world, and has recognized that groups such as al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, AQAP, and al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb are better placed to carry out attacks than the ever-diminishing core that remains in AFPAC. At times, al-Zawahiri has struggled to exercise authority over groups such as the Islamic State in Iraq, not least because of the difficulty in communicating with far-flung offshoots. Aware that pulling off another 9/11 is a remote possibility, al-Zawahiri has suggested a shift to less ambitious and less expensive but highly disruptive attacks on soft targets, as well as hostage-taking. Al-Zawahiri, an Egyptian doctor who is now 62, is not the inspirational figure to jihadists that bin Laden was, but he is trying to fashion a role as the CEO of a sprawling enterprise. According to The Economist, he may be succeeding. 2. Nasir al-Wuhaishi. For someone thought to be about 36 years old, Wuhaishi's terrorism is already extensive. Once bin Laden's private secretary in Afghanistan, he returned to his native Yemen and ended up in jail. But not for long, he and several other al-Qaeda operatives dug their way out in 2006. He went on to help found al-Qaeda in Yemen, and began launching attacks on Yemeni security services and foreign tourists, as well as directing an ambitious attack against the U.S. Embassy in Yemen. He is now the Emir of AQAP, widely regarded as the most dangerous and active of al-Qaeda's many offshoots. A slight figure with an impish sense of humor, according to some who have met him, Wuhaishi appears to have been anointed al-Qaeda's overall deputy leader in a bold move by al-Zawahiri to leverage the capabilities of AQAP. If al-Zawahiri is al-Qaeda's CEO, Wuhaishi appears to be its COO with responsibilities that extend far beyond Yemen. It appears that in 2012 he was already giving operational advice to al-Qaeda's affiliate in North Africa. Despite a concerted effort by the Yemeni government and the United States to behead AQAP, Wuhaishi survives, and his fighters have recently gone on the offensive again in southern Yemen. The group is bent on exporting terror to the West, both through bomb plots and by dispatching Western converts home to sow carnage. 3. Ibrahim al-Asiri. Not a household name, but one that provokes plenty of anxiety among Western intelligence agencies. Al-Asiri, a 31-year-old Saudi, is AQAP's master bomb maker, as expert as he is ruthless. He is widely thought to have designed the underwear bomb that nearly brought down a U.S. airliner over Detroit on Christmas Day 2009, as well as the ingenious printer bomb sent as freight from Sana'a, Yemen, and destined for the United States before being intercepted thanks to a Saudi tip-off. The bombs were so well hidden that at first British police were unable to find one device even after isolating the printer. Al-Asiri also fitted his younger brother Abdullah with a bomb hidden in his rectum in an effort to kill Saudi Arabia's counter-terrorism chief, Mohammed bin Naif. The brother died in the attack, bin Naif survived. Al-Asiri is thought to be somewhere in the vast mountainous interior of southern Yemen. The anxiety among Saudi and Western intelligence officials is that he has passed on his expertise to apprentices. 4. Ahmed Abdi Godane. Godane, aka Mukhtar Abu Zubair, became the leader of the Somali group Al-Shabaab at the end of 2008. Traditionally, Al-Shabaab has been focused on bringing Islamic rule to Somalia, and as such has attracted dozens of ethnic Somalis, and a few Western covers, from the United States and Europe. But Godane appears to be refocusing the group on terrorist attacks beyond Somalia, against the East African states that are supporting the Somali government, especially Uganda and Kenya, and against Western interests in East Africa. The Westgate Mall attack in Nairobi September 21 was Al-Shabaab's most audacious, but not its first nor most deadly outside Somalia. In 2010, Al-Shabaab carried out suicide bombings in the Ugandan capital, Kampala, in which more than 70 people were killed. But the Westgate siege, which left 67 people dead, demonstrated Godane's desire to align his group more closely with al-Qaeda. In a taped message afterward, he noted the attack took place just 10 days after the anniversary date of the blessed 9/11 operations. Under Godane, al-Shabaab has become a formal ally of al-Qaeda. That has led to dissent, which Ghadain has dealt with ruthlessly, using his control of al-Shabaab's intelligence wing. The American jihadist Omar Hamami was killed in September after criticizing Ghadain's leadership and his treatment of foreign fighters. Ghadain is said to be 36 years old, and is originally from Somaliland in northern Somalia. He is slim to the point of wispy, as seen in the very few photographs of him, and prefers recording audio messages to appearing in public. After the Westgate attack, Kenyan and Western intelligence agencies will undoubtedly step up efforts to end his reign of terror. But he should not be underestimated. A former Somali Prime Minister, Omar Abdirashid Ali Sharmark, once described Ghadain as the cleverest of al-Shabaab's leaders. The U.S. government's Rewards for Justice program lists him under another alias, Ahmed Abdi al-Mohammed, and is offering up to $7 million for information leading to his location. 5. Mokhtar Belmokhtar. Belmokhtar is Algerian but based in the endless expanse of desert known as the Sahel. Like many on this list, he has an uncanny knack for survival against the odds. Then he announced the formation of an elite unit called Those Who Sign with Blood, which he said would be the shield against the invading enemy. A short time later, his fighters launched an attack on the In Amenas gas plant in southern Algeria. A 3-day siege left nearly 40 foreign workers dead. Born in 1972, Belmokhtar grew up in poverty in southern Algeria. He traveled to Afghanistan in 1991 in his late teens to fight its then communist government, and returned to Algeria as a hardened fighter with a new nickname Balawar, the One-Eyed, after a battlefield injury. He later joined forces with the Armed Islamic Group, GIA, in its brutal campaign against the Algerian regime. Reward offered by the U.S. government, up to $5 million for information leading to his location.